Alright, we're here with a Marquis brand Marquis. We're going to do a quick headlight unboxing for the headlights and side marker lights. It's a combo kit, I guess a Perde brand. It's a cheap Taiwan-made light, and they seem to sell these all over international, different countries, and the United States. It's about $130 to $139 is what they're selling for here. And you can find them as low as $70 in other countries. And we're going to see kind of what they look like as opposed to the stock lights. And we're not going to put them in yet. We're just going to unbox them and see if they're called improved lenses or something like that. And we're going to find out what that means, or if they're any different at all. So let's take a look. Alright, box pretty good so far. In a couple little boxes. Looks like separate boxes in a big box. It's probably my invoice. I guess for 130 bucks you can order a set like this and find out while you're waiting on getting some good factory lights. I do like original equipment because of the light that it casts on the street as opposed to spotty. I know a lot of aftermarket bulbs leave a spotty, like a spotty shine everywhere. And the new factory lights from the dealer, from the factory, don't necessarily do that. So I know that's kind of a downfall for some aftermarket lights, like Eagle Eyes and brand names like that. I remember they leave like a spotty film, different squares where they're projecting differently on the road. We're just kind of looking at the quality and the build right now. See, they're wrapped pretty good in the factory. I'm guessing this is either right or left side. And then, yeah, that's not too bad looking. I guess they're kind of to what to be expected. It's kind of a soft plastic. Doesn't feel like a really hard plastic. Yeah, see, I can kind of flex these ears. So it's kind of like a little bit of a soft plastic, and that's fine with me. I think that's probably a little bit harder. The true test is, how do they hold up in the sun? How do they take the sunlight beating on them? Let's see what they look like as opposed to the color difference here. Alright, hey look. They have a darker tint to them as opposed to these. So they're not as dark as the Marauder lights, but that might be a good thing because, you know, some people don't like that blacked out headlight, blacked out grille look. I think it looks good on certain vehicles, and maybe a factory Marauder looks okay like that, but when they do all the Marquis that way, you can tell the difference, you know, especially if you're an owner. You know that it's just somebody just tried to dress theirs up. So why not shoot for something different? But you know, that's just a personal preference. I like that personally, that these are in between. They're just slightly darkened. So I don't know if anybody has done a review on these and know that. I didn't know that when I bought them. I thought that they were just going to be clear lenses. They do have a little bit of a darker tinge. See that? You can see a little bit, enough to grow on you. Look, that's not bad. So let's check the side marker lamp. Do these match is the question. All right, so take a look here. They kind of look like they got somewhat of a darker look to them. Yeah, I'd say they do match in color. I mean, the plastic quality matches. So I say they'll work. I've seen cheaper lights. They're not the cheapest quality that I've seen in a headlight or a side marker light. So for that, they definitely get a pretty good, so far, pretty good rating. Now I'd have to put them in and plug them in for me to say whether, yeah, I'd order these again or anything. You know, I don't even know how they fit. They may fit like Certifit parts, you know, where you got to modify each part to fit. I don't know. They might fit great. So we'll find out. We're going to change out these headlights. We just have them on right now without the engine running to just kind of compare what they look like before, and then we're going to do it after. Yeah, this is the headlights that we put these headlights in last week, I think, and we put yeah, it was about last week, and we put the Auxito new old stock in that we got off of eBay. Those were the bright 9007s, I believe. They're LEDs, and they're all contained into one bulb. Well, you'll see that when we do the replacement. But these are the old lenses that I got with the car, and I guess they're factory. Those are amber bulbs right here. I think the side marker lamps, I think I'm right when I say that they're 3457A, and I think the A refers to amber. So that's what's up front here. And so we just wanted to get matching bulbs because I had noticed that these have some of the amber flaking off of them. So if we're putting new lights in here, and we might not ought to put a bulb in here that's going to have amber flecks at the bottom of our new lens, you see? So it might be something to take into account if you're doing this yourself with some of these new lenses, these new side marker lamps. So anyway, we'll get everything together and then we'll come back. These side bolts here, they're 11 millimeter. So yeah, a very odd size. Let me make sure. Yep, the ones that I have to turn off here are 11 millimeter. And this is how much clearance you have to work with. So that and that. And this, of course, you hit right here, you chip your paint off. So you don't want to do that. And you can get in here with a ratchet. See, I should have used probably a 1/4 inch, but I'm using a 3/8. And you don't get much room at all. But it looks like enough to get it loose, and then you can find an easier way to get in there by your hand. So maybe you can spin the nuts off. I can get the top one pretty easy with my fingers. The bottom one will probably take a little time. As long as you do that. Now, obviously you're working in a very tight space, so expect to drop things. It's probably expect to drop everything. So don't park the car in grass and rocks if you can help it. Park it on a piece of concrete, or if you only have grass or rocks, slide a piece of cardboard under the front of it, or at least on one side at a time, so when you do lose these things, and you probably will, you can retrieve them pretty easy if you have to, you know, if they fall out the bottom. Let's see if I can get this one loose. Okay, it helped by pushing on the outside of the light to relieve pressure. So you can do that. And it looks like I was able to get this one off pretty easy. If this is your first time doing this, this is on an 03 to 05, I'm guessing. It uses the same kind of headlamp shape, but I imagine the procedure for this is similar on almost all the models, except for the models that change the headlights, the way that the headlights are squinty, you know, real short, like the early models. Okay, so I removed those two, and this is where they fit. The two studs right here. You look at the studs. They're right here. They fit right in there. And that's that. And then you have this piece, look, that's on the light here. You can get that off. You got this one on there. And you could turn the bulbs, take them out. See, our amber is coming apart there. Alright, so I'm guessing that this is our side marker lamp. When you turn the blinker on, this comes on and illuminates the side of the highway, so you can make a wide turn or a turn in a very dark country road. And that's what this is for. And then this is your running light and blinker. And that's the front one. So now we're going to take out the headlight. We're going to reach the bolts down in here. You see them down in there. One. And there's one over here. Two. And then three. So those are 8 millimeter for sure, or 5/16, whatever you have handy. We're going to stick all this together. Let's see if we can turn them off. Yeah, these don't have to be that tight. pause that and we'll come back when we get this off. Alright, so right here we push this plastic tab down and then start pulling out. It really does scrape a lot against your bumper. So if you had a new bumper on here, I can imagine that this would scratch your new bumper up. So you might want to take it easy with this, pulling the light out. Yeah. So when we go to put a bumper on this car, we're definitely going to watch out for stuff like that. We don't want anything scraping our new paint up on our new bumper when we get it. Our lights are out. Alright, we'll take our bulb out of here. We're trying to save that. Alright. Bulb was, oh, I'm sorry, turn this off. What the hell am I doing here? Alright. I don't know why this bulb was harboring so much moisture. Not the bulb, the fixture. The fixture got all that moisture from, but it's been in there since I owned the car. Yeah. It's hard to get moisture out of them once they get in there. I mean, you can blow dry them, stick a blow dryer up to it and blow dry it as, you know, a couple of hours, let it get all hot. But if it got in there once, chances are it can get in there again, so that's the problem. And then it'd be almost impossible to find out where it's getting in from. I've chased that before on a budget, and it's difficult. Alright, so we got our new side marker and headlight. We'll just go ahead and put our bulb in our new headlight. This is just a press-on cover. Okay, it's not the same as this turnstile come on this assembly. See, these are different, and they're all a little bit different. So strange. And I have to get in here and open this clip up a little bit. Pull it off. Looks like they got something in here. I don't know if it's a light bulb or just something to simulate a light bulb in here. Hey, they gave us a light bulb. Thanks. I'm not going to use it, but guess I bought it. This is our new beam. We're going to put that in. And we're probably going to have to adjust these up and down, our height adjustment, because they're internally adjusted inside this beam. Come up here. There is a, right here, this adjustment screw. Probably in and out, adjust up and down. So we're going to have to adjust those after we get it situated. Alright, we'll do this and we'll come back and see. There we go. Okay. Alright, we'll come back after we get this. Now here's a tip or a trick. I took some of the cellophane right here. There's some of the saran wrap cellophane, whatever this is, that came off the light. You can do this with paper or anything else, you know. This is something we used to do with, strangely, we used to do it with our cigarette pack. We took the cigarette cellophane when we'd working on things, and we had bolts like this that we had to put in that were falling down. And we'll do that so that we could go upside down like this and not lose it inside. So we need that, look, to get down in here closer. Okay. And this has always worked excellent for me. I don't know what other people use, but this has always worked for me. Alright, that was just something I wanted to show you. Alright, it's kind of important to note that I didn't tighten this up all the way. Tightened it down, but not up all the way. Left them a little loose in case I need to move this around. I want to, there's little tabs, there's a little bit of play in there for you to move the light tilted that way, in the event, I guess, that you want to try to fine-tune, light up these edges, you know, the edges right here where they meet, you know. But you won't be able to do that until you put the side marker lamp in. your side marker lamp kind of dictates kind of where the light position is, or in the side corner. Now you probably won't have that problem. You'll probably just put this in and it'll probably just line right up, you know. But if your car has ever had any, you know, damage, like this one had a little damage on the fender here. It looks like they obviously damaged the bumper. So, you know, we don't know if this, all of this is true, if it's racked a little bit, you know, where the fender meets the plastic, you know, headlight bezel or whatever this is, the entire radiator support front light bezel. You don't know if this is racked at all. So we'll find out in a minute with the new lights. We want to try to get them lined up as good as possible. It's not a show car, but still. Alright, so amber. And then we tested this one. All we had to do was turn the ignition on and the lights on, and then put the blinker on. This should say lit up solid. It'd be a solid light. And this is only used when the blinker's on, like I said, to light up the roadside. And then, of course, the running light's always on when the lights are on. And then, of course, the blinker. And that's why you have two elements in this bulb. So we're going to change that. We're going to take a chance. We're going to take some time off camera right now to test this and make sure it lights up, because we don't want to put it together if it doesn't. Alright, we're going to go ahead and put our bulbs in. Guess that went down like that, and then this probably went around there, something like that. Alright, we'll put this on and we'll come back. Take a little time to figure it out. There we go, look. Okay, we got that. Try to put this on. This on. I don't think you need to do anything special to it. Just stick the wire loom where you think it should go. What's this here? Guess this goes behind that. It's really weird how that fits. Big old space right there. That don't look good. Not really happy about that. That big disgusting gap. Sure hope that's not these lights. It is these lights. That big, gross, disgusting gap like that around the rubber. Well, that's not good. That's kind of subpar right there for you to have that kind of gap like that. You know, you can get all kinds of, you can get your tire brush in there, you can get your car wash brush in there, all kinds of things. That could cause all kind of problems in the future. So, I mean, I guess you can't expect too much from an Amazon / eBay setup. I'm going to try to tilt this light up as high as I can and keep a gap. Let me stick my car key into here. Gap underneath. Keep that gap steady. And then come put my bolts in over here. But yeah, I'm not really happy about that gap. So we'll get it all together and we'll see how it looks. We'll see if the other side fits the same. And then we'll come back. But we got to put our 11mm nuts on the back side. You know how that works. You've taken it off already. The finished product on this side, on the passenger side, this is what it looks like. It lined up pretty good. All in all, I'd say it's alright. It looks good. We'll just have to see how long that lasts in the sunlight. And the, getting oxidized. We'll see how long the plastic actually works. There should be a finish on these lights that are supposed to last, a little bit longer. I'm guessing it's like a clear coat. We'll see though. So you do have this gap that I do not like. This particular type. I guess it's part of the molding of the light, but I do have this ding in this fender, so it could be possibly pushing this fender back a little, but the rubber still, you saw it was molded away, so I don't know. We'll see. I'll put the other one on and we'll find out. But yeah, Let's see, compared to the other, big improvement. So yeah, if you, for 130 bucks, if you got to improve the way your vehicle looks, I guess it's a good investment for aftermarket lenses. Hold on a second, we'll try it on. All right, old and new. So they don't look bad. And that's with the LEDs in, so they're both LEDs. I don't understand. I mean, that's just as bright. I mean, it's shining back at my leg just as bright as this light would do. This one's just showing a white cloudiness to it, and this one's showing more of a clear. So yeah, I'd say they look good. Alright, well, we'll finish it up and we'll show you the ending result. Blinker, this side. That's not bad. And it says that light that shines up on the side of the curb on the road, so you can make a turn, and you know, pitch black. Alright, turn that off, turn the other blinker on, let's test that. Alright, yeah. It works. Alright. Turn that blinker off. Alright, turn the brakes on. Flashing. Okay. Alright, they're working. It's just daytime. It's really hard to see them. Yeah, I guess all in all they're good. This one, I'll make a note on that. This one is tighter around the fender well, which is kind of crazy because my bumper's pushed back a little bit this way, so my light's exposed on the bottom. I'm not going to blame the light for that. The light fits. It's just that the kid, whatever, the guy that owned this before beat that up pretty good. So that's one of the reasons we need a new bumper. But you can see this bumper sticks out further at the bottom. So yeah, that fender is compromised. This fender's compromised only right here at the bottom, right here. Leaving that gap right there. So fender needs to come out a little bit like that. And yeah, I'd say all in all the lights are alright, you know, they look good. Just got to see how long they last. Alright, I hope this video helps somebody out there trying to put lights on their vehicle and they want to use an aftermarket lights, at least for the Mercury. And probably the Crown Victoria is probably similar to this. The quality is probably going to be around the same. And maybe for other model vehicles, you know, other types. So, yep. This is the review of and the installation of, hold on a second, this company's lights. So, yep, here you go. This Taiwan, made in Taiwan company sells lights for all different vehicles, and this is the ones for the Mercury, the 03 Grand Marquis. That's what they look like. Alright, thanks for watching.